Field coming out of turn number 4, about ready to get the green flag as we go underway. 167 laps from Kansas. Hornaday in his 20th career pole leads the field to the green flag.
Remember when Hornaday said he wasn't going to do what he did at Phoenix? He crashed on the first lap, battling for the lead from the front row.
Just outside of him, Mike Skinner, a guy who doesn't want to relinquish a lead if he can ever grab it. And he's going to battle Hornaday down the backstretch, side by side for the lead.
All the guys in the garage area said this racetrack has really matured. There's definitely a second group out there. Look at Skinner drive by on the outside.
What a run Skinner has as he goes through 3 and 4, and he looks like he will lead our first lap at Kansas.
The thing I love to see is look at all these trucks too wide here. Most of the time, a lot of these racetracks, they all fight for the bottom of the racetrack. By the time they get to turn 3 on lap number 1, here they are going side by side.
We got to keep our eye on that 07 Chad McCumbee back there in 3rd right now. And how about Ricky Carmichael? A great qualifying effort for him in that Kevin Harvick Incorporated Racing.
He really is. Kevin said we just want to get him laps. He ran the ARCA Remax race last week at Rockingham just to get some more laps. Got 200 miles of experience there. Had a great qualifying run here.
So those two are battling for the 3rd spot right now. Chad McCumbee on the outside, Ricky Carmichael on the inside.
Got our defending champion Johnny Benson, that one Red Horse truck right by. Oh, Ricky's getting sideways.
Sideways goes Ricky Carmichael. Will he save it? Johnny Benson taps him. The field slows behind him. How about that for Johnny Benson? The caution flag will come out. Our first caution comes out on lap 3 of this race. Ricky Carmichael got a little bit loose, and then I tell you what, an awesome job by Johnny Benson slowing down just enough to just barely tap him.
Johnny had absolutely nowhere to go. He was right behind Ricky. You could see him slam on the brakes. Watch, Ricky's on the inside. Remember, the truck on the inside loses a little bit of that air off the spoiler. There he is right there. Watch Johnny. You see him just barely nudges him in the left rear corner. I don't think it did a whole lot of damage to Johnny's truck. Ricky does a good job not letting that truck slide back up in the racetrack. Here's another view.
This is almost like he was on 2 wheels, sliding through the turn.
Remember, low air pressure, just started this race, full of fuel. The worst possible scenario, and having somebody up above you robbing the air off that spoiler.
And so our first caution has come out. It's Ricky Carmichael that brings the caution out, but he stays on the lead lap and looks like he will continue around Kansas Speedway. We'll be right back. Everyone moving forward on the racetrack, and Ricky Carmichael's down in front of Adam.
And unfortunately, he has gone the wrong direction after starting 3rd. Just got loose in traffic. That's what brought him around. Andy Houston, his crew chief, coaching him to stay in it. He said it is a long race. You will be fine. He has come down twice. Carmichael came first for 4 tires. No damage. He came back, as you just saw, topped off the fuel tank. He will rejoin the field. Not much track position, but the learning experience does continue for young Ricky Carmichael.
Yeah, Adam, we're going to take another look at that incident. There's so little damage on that Ford truck. He gets sideways here. He's on the inside of Chad McCumbee. He's got Johnny Benson right behind him. Johnny with absolutely nowhere to go. He tries to get stopped. You can see the truck drive off the racetrack, makes very little contact with Ricky. So Ricky's able to come to pit road, get some tires on that truck. Here's what Matt Crafton saw in his Menards Chevrolet. You see Ricky sideways up there. You see everybody going different directions. Rick Crawford does a nice job. That's actually James Busher on the inside. Rick Crawford's teammate getting by.
Really an excellent job by Ricky Carmichael to not overreact, and that's what we see a lot of time in young drivers, maybe inexperienced drivers. But here's a relatively young driver in this series and in stock car racing, and he did a great job keeping it straight. Green flag back in the air. Mike Skinner, who led the first lap, and everyone since then out in front, but not for long. Here comes Ron Hornaday to the outside.
Ron got a great run there. He looked to the inside for a moment and said, okay, I can't have the inside. I'm going to the outside, and he's bringing Chad McCumbee with him.
Chad McCumbee with a good run as well, trying to take second away from Mike Skinner. And right behind him, Johnny Benson decided, well, this would be a good time to get back up front. We heard Johnny Benson on the radio during commercial break. He said, I need to know where am I on the list of drivers here, because I had to slow way down for that. When the caution came out, I think I was a lot farther ahead. So he got his position back in the top 5.
Yeah, NASCAR determines on how they restart by where they are on the most recent scoring loop that they cross. But Johnny was slowing down so much to try to avoid TJ Bell that several trucks passed them.
Rick Carmichael. He was avoiding Ricky
Carmichael, exactly. Look at that 25 truck right of your screen here. That's Terry Cook. Terry started way back in the 16th position, already up to 6, gained 10 spots already.
Looking to break into the top 5. We ride along with Terry Cook. Wow, 3 and 4 wide as they came out of turn 4. There's that 8. That's Dennis Setzer in the 8 on the inside of the racetrack.
Now you see that white line now.
We don't have all out of bounds here.
For those of our viewers that are going to tune in tomorrow to Fox to watch that Sprint Cup race, and they have that double yellow line that you can't go below, that's out of bounds, there is no such thing here. Everything goes. Anything goes.
Everything and anything goes
everything.
at Kansas. You see that 51 again. That's Brian Eichler in that truck. It is not Kyle Busch, and it looks like he's doing a fine job moving up toward the front here.
We're taking a look from Rick Crawford's on board. That's David Starr, the Zachary Toyota on the outside. Brian Eichler on the inside, right in front of Rick.
There's TJ Bell on the 11 on the inside.
Jason White, the Gunbroker.com Dodge, right in front of Dennis Setzer.
James Busher in the 10 back there.
Oh, trouble.
Truck.
Todd Bodine.
Todd Bodine into the wall now. He got loose up high and then goes right back up into the wall. The second caution of the day today.
That is so rare that you see Todd Bodine have trouble like this. We'll see if we can take a look at, see if maybe there was some context somewhere. Maybe Todd just got loose up on the high side.
A lot of damage to the front end of that truck. We saw it. We were catching just a glimpse of him as it looked like the back end was kicking out. And then that overcorrection we talk about sent him right back into the wall. Adam?
And Todd Bodine came on the radio and said, "My fault, guys." He was very upset at what happened, and he said, "We're done." So obviously he thinks the damage is very bad. Mike Hillman Jr., the crew chief, came on the radio and said, "Do we need to go to the garage?" And he said, "Yep, get the toolbox and the jack stands ready." It appears the guy that was in position to take over the point lead in Kyle Busch's absence today is going to struggle to finish this race. Todd Bodine pulling behind the wall as we speak.
Remember, he was just 38 points behind Kyle Busch, who's not here today. There's another look.
He was running about 13th when this happened. Looked like he might have got high, maybe got the right side tires and that loose stuff. When he got sideways, he was trying to catch the truck, and all of a sudden the front end grabbed and it turned him into the outside wall.
This is Rick Crawford's view.
Oh, Todd was on the inside of another truck and got loose. That's what happened. That's what put him up in the loose stuff.
Right along with Todd, will feel what he had happen.
Yeah, he's going to drive to the inside of a truck, and just like Ricky Carmichael, he's going to get loose on the bottom. He chases the truck up the hill. You hear him working the throttle. He has it saved there, and then the thing catches. The right front catches and into the outside wall.
So Todd Bodine now has taken the 30 behind the wall, and that crew goes to work to see if they can get him back out on the racetrack. The O'Reilly Auto Parts 250 continues on Speed after this.